Good evening, live stream massive. What's going on? It is Offbeat live streaming from not my car for a bit of a change, and also not my kitchen. So I think this might be the first stream that I've done this week from my actual studio, which is my desk in my bedroom. So what's up? Good to see you. I see there's a couple of people watching already. Octave says, yo, what's up, Octave? How you doing, mate? Thank you for coming along. Good to see you, man. Yeah, I'm just going to get cracking and people can either join or check this out afterwards. But yeah, I just wanted to run something by you. There's been sort of like a theme, I guess, that I've been thinking about quite a bit recently. And 1 second. See what happens if I move. Okay, cool. Sorry, I was trying to move the chat box from my screen so it wasn't in my face. Yeah, it's like a theme that's been like a little bit kind of present in my life over the last month or so. And that's about doing one thing really well versus doing lots of things perhaps not so well. And the reason I want to talk about it today is because I literally just got off the phone to a friend who is doing the same like business sort of program that I'm on. You know, I'm going away like once a month to Peterborough. She's on the same course as that, and we were just having a chat because she's in a similar position to me, basically, where she's got lots of different things going on, and she's finding it a little bit overwhelming, to be honest. So I just sort of shared my experiences with her, and it got me thinking. That's something I might share with you lot, and you might find it useful as well, or not, but we'll see. I'm going to do it anyway. So basically, as you know, I run a little Airbnb business, which has not been as passive as I expected. Like, I set it up with the expectation that basically it would kind of run itself, and that I'd make loads of money, and it'd be really easy. And that obviously hasn't been the case because, I don't know, real life isn't like that. I definitely spend less time managing that than I did do when I was like working a 9-to-5 job. But the difference is with the Airbnb business is it's much harder to switch off from. Like when I was in my 9-to-5 job, yes, I was like stuck at a desk for those hours, but when I left, that was it. Whereas now, I've had like people calling me at 11 at night. I've had like people texting me at 4 in the morning, and it can be quite stressful. So in terms of time, less intensive. In terms of like mind space and like stress, a bit more intensive. But anyway, I spent a considerable amount of time and money on training last year, helping me sort of systemize that business and make it more like automated, which definitely helped and was good. And then once I'd done that, I was like, right, I've systemized this now. This is going to run itself. I'm going to go on to the next thing. Rather than like focus on music, which is the whole reason I set up the business in the first place, I was like, right, I need another stream of income now. And so I decided to get into trading, like stock trading. So I spent a load of money on a course. And then when I was at the course, I spent a load more money on like an upsell for like an accountability mastermind thing. And once again, it wasn't as easy as I expected or as they made out. And I ended up basically like doing that for a couple of months. Fortunately, I didn't actually get to the point where I ever like invested any money or made any trades, but even just like the training and the practicing 20 minutes a day just meant that like it just took up a lot of time and became like a non-viable thing for me. I'm just going to pause briefly and say what's up to Hiffermark because he or she, don't know if it's a she, they are watching on Twitch. And today's the first time I've attached Twitch to my streaming thing where I can pull in Facebook and YouTube and Twitch all in one go and chat to everyone at once. So, sup? How's it going? Hiffermark. And Paula, hello. Thank you very much for the question. I will answer that, but I'm going to do questions at the end of the stream. I want to talk through my thing first. So that was two things I was doing. There was the Airbnb business. Then I thought, like, it's systemized, I'll take on something else. I started doing stock trading. Then I was like, obviously still trying to do music at the same time, but I was doing Offbeat and the Swing Hoppers. That was like 4 things. And then I was taking on little bits of freelance graphic design here and there as well. So that was 5 things. And it all just got too much and it got really overwhelming. I would just like, I didn't have like a breakdown, but like I just felt totally overwhelmed, totally stressed and totally unable to really focus on any of them. Then I went along to an event and this was the thing prior to the like business program that I've signed up to. This was like the event where they were selling that program. And I signed up to it with the intention of doing it for so I've been distracted by Octave being on Twitch and YouTube at the same time. Signed up with the express intention of using that business program to focus on my music. And then about a day or two after I signed up for it, and it was quite expensive, I basically freaked out and I was like, oh, why have I done that? I haven't got time to like spend a year focusing on my music. Like, I'm trying to run this property business, I'm trying to do like stock trading, I'm trying to do this and this. I just need to cancel this program that I've signed up to. And so I rang the guy and I basically said to him, look, I'm really sorry, I'm going to have to cancel it. And obviously, being like a good businessman and a good salesman, he was able to talk me out of it. And he basically said, right, so you basically want to, like, your how did he put it? I basically said I didn't have time to focus on it. He was like, okay, so you're going to spend all of your time focusing on the property business, which you don't even want to be doing, in order that one day you can sell it and spend all your time doing music. And I was like, yeah. He was like, that is, his exact words were, that is fucking retarded. And I was like, well, when you put it like that, and it kind of was, because that was what I was thinking. I was like, I'm just going to park music temporarily, focus on business, make a load of money, sell the business, and then I can spend all my time doing music. And what he said was like, no, that's stupid. Like, spend a bit of time on the property business and get it like running itself, but then spend some time on music, because that's why you're doing it, that's what you love. And I was like, okay, cool. So then I basically went along to the event. I had like a load of great ideas about music and how I can like make that more successful and more like sustainable as a thing for myself. Then the Swing Hoppers broke up, and that was totally unrelated, but it just meant that I didn't have to focus on two types of music. I could just focus on my own thing. And then basically recently I've come to the realization that I'm just going to focus 100% on music. I'm not like giving up my property business completely, but I'm not going to scale it anymore. I'm not going to acquire any more properties, and I've actually given back a couple that have caused me problems recently. So I've just got a few left that are kind of the easy ones to manage, that work and that regularly get filled and don't cause many problems. And it has meant that like mentally I have just made that commitment now that I'm going to focus 100% on music. And the difference is ridiculous in terms of like how motivated I feel and how like driven I feel and how much clarity I have is phenomenal, because I've just like everything. So I've got like a board. In fact, I'll show you it. I've got a board in front of my computer of a load of like inspirational images that I look at every day, or that are like there anyway, so I sort of subconsciously see them. And one of them is a quote that says, "Will it make the boat go faster?" And that was a question that I can't remember who it was now, but it was some Olympic rower used to ask himself whenever he had to do anything, was, will it make the boat go faster? So if it was like they had to go to the gym but they didn't want to, will it make the boat go faster? Yeah, it will. All right, let's do it. If it was like, should we go to the pub? They were like, well, yeah, we do want to. Will it make the boat go faster? No, it probably won't. All right, let's not do it. And now I've chosen to just focus 100% on one thing. That question basically applies to everything I do. So I'm like, I can afford to take on new things as long as the answer to that question is yes. So with, for example, the podcast, I want to start a podcast. Will it make the boat, i.e. my music career, go faster? Yeah, it will. So I can do that. When it comes to taking on something else, I'm trying to think of an example of an opportunity I've had recently. Well, for example, any more properties for my Airbnb business. Will that make the music boat go faster? No, it won't, because all it's going to do is distract me and like cause me more stress and problems, and it's not something that I want to do. And I often, you know, I've had like other business ideas and stuff, like quite cool ones as well. But in the past, I would have gone, oh, I've got to do that. It's too good not to do, and I'd have chased after it. And then a year or two down the line, I'd have just turned around and gone, oh, I don't know why I chose to do this. All it's done is distract me, and either give up or just be kind of stressed out by it. And now I've got that clarity, I don't need to do that. So it's really, really like liberating, I would say, to make that choice and that commitment and just choose to do one thing really well. And that's what I wanted to share with you, because that was the advice that I gave my friend. So to bring it full loop back to the beginning, my friend who's doing the same course as me, she's got a bunch of different things going on. She's feeling overwhelmed by them. And my advice was just do one thing really well. Like, Don't try and do a million different things at once. Pick one thing and do it really excellently, and you'll be happier, and it will give you more clarity. That advice doesn't necessarily apply to everyone. There are definitely people out there who are good at doing lots of different things, but I'm fucking not one of them. So that was the advice I gave, and that's the advice that I take myself. So basically it. Over to you guys. What do you think? Is that advice that you relate to? Have you experienced overwhelm by trying to do too many things? And do you find that just doing one thing really well makes you more productive and more happy? Or do you disagree with that? And do you think that actually you should do lots of different things and have multiple streams of income and different plates spinning at once? And if so, how do you manage that? I'm interested to hear. And in the meantime, I'm going to check out some comments and respond. So, Octave says, yo, sup Octave. Idifix says, hey man, what up? Hiffermark says, hey, yeah, who's the Twitcher? Sup man, how's it going? Look how cool this is. We've got 3 different icons in one place, Twitch, Facebook and YouTube, all in one chat window. Love it. So I'm not adverse to like multiple things going on when it's all been pulled into one place like this. That's the caveat. So Paula, I do not know how to pronounce that. I'm just going to say Paula says, hey, weird question. What kind of mic is that? What kind of mic are you using? It's a Fifine technology, just USB mic, really, really simple USB mic. I think technically it's called a condenser mic. Dirt cheap, cost about £8 or something on Amazon, maybe a tenner. And yeah, man, like here's the difference. So this is me talking through that mic, and I'm going to change the mic to the one on my computer. Microphone. So now I'm talking through that, and that's the difference in terms of audio quality. So hopefully you can hear a difference. If not, that is a tenner that I've wasted, but I think it does sound better. So I'm changing it back now, and this is it now. Testing 1 2. Is that better? So there you go. Octave is on Twitch and YouTube at the same. Was it YouTube you're on as well? Yeah, on YouTube at the same time. Mate, if you can get on Facebook as well, I'll be even more impressed. So Paula says, wow, cool, nice board. Keep up the great work. Thank you very much, Paula. I appreciate that. Yeah, like I've got 2 boards actually. I've got my one with all my like inspirational images and quotes and stuff on, and then I've also got a vision board, which is like slightly different in that it's pictures of things that I want to achieve. And I believe that if you have one of those and you sort of see it every day again subconsciously, it just helps you like move towards those things. And I've got them in like key places. So that one is behind my computer, so I sort of see it when I'm working. And then my other one, I won't show you it because it's quite personal, but like you can see it over there by my mirror. So when I'm sorting out my do, I can absorb some of the inspiration. So there you go. Octave, speaking of property, I've just moved house, half the size of my last, but still an upgrade. Sweet, man. Cool. Is that still in Glasgow? Cause actually, that's a good point. I'm going to be fucking in Glasgow in, when is it? The weekend of the 27th to the 29th. I'm visiting my friend, Molly, finally, and I'm going to do a live stream with her as well, actually, so you guys can meet her because she's hilarious. She's actually doing a stand-up like comedy gig. She's been my friend for ages, years and years. We used to live together in Bristol. She's moved. She now lives in Glasgow, and she's doing a stand-up comedy show, which is awesome. And I'm going to go and watch it and heckle and say that she's shit. But yeah, I'm going to be in Glasgow. So Octave, if you want to meet up and grab a beer or a Coke, I don't think you're old enough for a beer yet, but I'd love to meet you in person, man, and give you a fist bump and say thank you for all the support you've given me over the years, mate. Daraleus says, good evening. Good evening, Daraleus. Thank you for coming along, mate. Another Twitch mandem. Really glad I've connected Twitch now, because obviously there are people on there who aren't on YouTube and Facebook, and this is great. Idifix, well, I do believe that you should focus your attention on one single activity, because since there are so many people trying to do the same thing as you need focus. Exactly. And one of my other inspirational things on my board is there's an acronym that says follow one course until success, and that spells focus. And I believe that's true as well, man. Hiffermark says the mic is 100 times better, so don't worry, that money wasn't wasted. Excellent, great. And Idifix says, but still shouldn't refrain from using new skills. This will also be something that will that will help you to stand out from the other artists / scientific / anything. Yes. Yeah. So I'm not saying don't take on new skills, but only take them on if they're going to assist your thing that you're focusing on to begin with. I mean, it doesn't need to be that black and white. Like, I'm not saying only ever do stuff that supports your like passion. Obviously, life isn't that black and white, and you can do different things. But generally speaking, it's better to focus on one thing and only take on things that support that, particularly if you're trying to make something, trying to build something like I'm trying to build. I'm trying to make a living out of my music. So for me, I haven't got the time or the mental capacity to take on like other projects that are going to distract me from that. And now I've had that realization, I feel a lot more motivated, driven, and free as well. And I love it. I feel great. So Jessica JSK, what up? Just gives a nice sunglasses emoji, a cool emoji. Good to see you. Idifix says, by the way, I have the same motivational board. That does help. Wicked. Hope it's not exactly the same, because it'll be a bit spooky, because those are all random things that I've picked up over the last year or so. So if you've literally got an identical one, that's mad. But yeah, no, cool that you've got. Yeah, I'll show it to you guys actually. Right, I'm gonna move the. Oh man, this is so hard. It's like backwards in the video, so it's really difficult to. Right, hold on. I'm gonna hide the chat box temporarily. There we go. It's really hard to move it in the right direction because it's all backwards. Oh, right. There you go. Will it make the boat go faster? That is a like a goal that I've written myself about making a certain amount of money from music. Don't know if that's actually going to happen, but I believe that if you write stuff down, you're more likely to achieve it. That's my favourite one. That's why it's front and centre. Basically showing a guy, well, two guys, both going after the same goal, one giving up just before he gets there and one carrying on. And I've been that guy too many times, so this is a reminder to not be that guy. There's quite a few different things in there. I won't go through all of them, but yeah, that's why I have on my wall to keep me motivated on a daily basis. And I recommend everyone do the same thing. So Octave says, Mum, I'm going out where? Oh, just meeting some guy in his 30s I met on the internet. Don't know how well that one will go down. Understandable, man. Your mum's welcome to come along if she thinks that's safer, or if you don't want to do it, totally understand it. But the offer's there, mate. It'd be great to meet you in person. Paula says, thank you for the test of the mic. More info is great info, and tests are even better. Starface emoji, good stuff. And as always, keep a to-do list and do the things in order of what does the biggest impact, like it. That helps sorting the noise away from what is important, like what of this will make the boat go faster. Exactly, mate. Twig says, I'm here to sneeze. Octave says, bless you. Twig says, no thanks, I'm Catholic. Okay, cool. Right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I've got some stuff to do tonight. I still need to record my behind the bars video for Same Old. I've just written like a script for it, but I need to actually record it and edit it, and then I'm going to publish that tomorrow. But just before I go, I have teased a couple of times this week already that I am going to be launching something major soon. Seriously major, mega, biggest thing I've ever done. And I've said, like, can anyone guess what it is? And no one's even tried to guess yet. So I'm going to stick around for a little bit and just hope that some of you guys can, like, even just have a wild guess, because I'm just keen to see what you think it might be. But basically, I'm going to announce it on Monday. So this week I've been like kind of alluding to it. Next week I'm going to tell you what it is. I'm not actually launching it yet. I'm going to be launching it on the 20th of March. So I'm going to have a couple of weeks of like build up to it and telling you all about it. But super keen to see if any of you can even guess what it is yet. So gonna wait around for a little bit just to see what you think. And I'm just going to answer a couple more of these comments while you do that. So Paula, it's not backwards, looks great. The say no more often, I have begun to use that and lost some friends. Well, yeah, that's a powerful one. Something that I definitely need to still do more of. That's the other thing as well. Just because they're on that board does not mean that I've mastered them by any stretch of the imagination. But saying no more often is a powerful thing. And if it means that you lose friends, maybe it's meant to be. Jessica says, 17 min stream. horrified face. This is what I am. This is what I'm doing now. So rather than do one hour stream a week, I'm doing 3 like 10 to 20 minute streams a week instead, because it's more sustainable for me. I'm more likely to stick to it. As you will have seen, in the past, I've like been very sporadic with my streams, do them for a few weeks and then disappear for months. This way round, I feel like it's more likely that I'm going to keep doing them. Derelius says, your first live comedy gig? No, but good guess, very good guess. Not quite, but I am starting a course on stand-up comedy in April. I can't remember what time in April, but I'm going to obviously let you guys know when I do that. Idifix says, wait, where are the hints? Can't give you any hints yet, because this is just the tease week. Next week will be the pre-launch week, so I will share more details then. So I can't really give you any hints other than it's massive and it's to do with my music. Octave says, the official off-bake feet mum beat sponsored by Monster Cat and Ravenous Sex Hungry Co's TV show. Sadly not, but she loves that mum beat thing, by the way. I have told her that, and she thought it was hilarious. So maybe I will do a live stream with her at some point. Would you be up for that? An off-bake / mum beat special? We'll see. I think she'd be up for it. Twig, he's going to be releasing the Crow album. It's the time, my brethren. It's just getting a bit crowy. Jessica saying, I've been here since the first one. I remember. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Big up. I'm very impressed. And thank you for coming along for all of those. Hiffermark says, to be honest, I haven't seen much of you over the last few weeks. I can't really make an educated guess. That's fair enough, Hiffermark, because I've only attached Twitch to my streams today. So I haven't streamed Twitch for years now, I don't think, like well over a year. So you're forgiven. Well, you're forgiven because I haven't really given you any clues. But interesting to see the guesses. No one has quite got it right yet. So no, it's not a comedy gig. No, it's definitely not a Crow album. It may be album related though. There's a little hint. But it's not just releasing another album, because as I say, it's bigger than anything I've done before. So something new and different, but possibly album related. Anyway, that is it for now, guys. Paula says, hell yeah to the mum and offbeat. Whoop, whoop. Wicked. All right, I'll see what she says. I think she'd be up for it. I'm going to love you and leave you. Have a awesome weekend. Please check out Behind the Bars when it goes live tomorrow. And I will catch you guys on Monday. And I will be announcing what this thing is on Monday as well. So tune in then and I will catch you in a bit. Take it easy, guys. Peace.